this earth was so fruitful, so organized. Everywhere you would go, it was the Garden of Eden. But during Adam's time, it was just a garden in Eden, which you can now find in somewhere around Iraq. That is where you can get the Eden, where it was situated. I want you to understand something here. God put Adam in the garden, right? And then he said, I want you to dress it, keep it, maintain it. But God's idea was for Adam to look at it and admire it. And the moment Adam begins to multiply, he wasn't only going to multiply descendants and children, he was supposed to multiply the concept, the garden. So as people were increasing, everybody that is born from the garden was supposed to increase and to expand the garden. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. So that this earth, there is no need for you to go to heaven. Adam was supposed to work on the plan. The garden that we see in Eden, and Adam was placed there. He was put there by God so that he can take the design and take it outside. It's unfortunate that most of these children were born after their father had been cast out of the idea of God. So they had no idea of the garden. So people that were born in the garden were supposed to get used to the environment, get used to the garden, and as they expand and they get married, they expand the idea of God, extending the garden to every part of the earth. So the devil knew it, because he was the first one. He was here, and this earth was a garden, and he would walk up and down. Up and down. Lucifer would come, right? He would enjoy himself down here, and at some point then he would ascend to heaven, and he goes there and he ministers, he sings in the presence of God, and then after ministration he comes back again, because this was his headquarters. That's between Genesis 1 verse 1 and verse 2. The earth was already there, and Lucifer was in charge. He was like the Adam of that time. That is the first world that Peter is talking about. And he's there in the garden. And he's a cherub, not an angel, a cherub. A cherub has got wings. An angel doesn't have wings. I can show you scripture after scripture in the Bible where you see angels visiting earth. It was almost difficult for the people visited to know whether they were really angels. Imagine if they had wings. It wasn't going to be difficult for them. It wasn't. Angels can appear. That's why most of you have to be very, very careful. And the Bible even warns you. He said, be very, very careful. Never cease to entertain strangers. For some entertained angels unawares. Which means that the angel of God can appear to you and you might not even know. Because most of you, because of the preconceived ideas, you're looking for wings. The moment you see wings, that's a cherub. Those are the cherubs that you find on top of the ark, with wings facing towards each other. Those are cherubs, not angels. All the angels, look at them. All the angels, from the angel that came during Manoah's time, all these angels, the angel that came to Zechariah, He was just like a man. The angels that came to Abraham had to prepare food for them. They were just like men. Gabriel, when he came to Mary, he was just like another man. Actually, Mary had to wonder, what kind of a greeting is this? It was the greeting that surprised her, not the appearance. Not the appearance. What kind of a greeting is this? All these are celestials. Celestials, they can come here. You have to understand, Paul is talking about celestial bodies. They are bodies. These are bodies. Bodies. And yet celestial. Bodies. Ha. You were an anointed cherub or cherub that covereth. And angels, for your own information, they would come down here. Like in the time of Abraham, like I said, they came and food was prepared for them. They ate. Celestial beings ate. They didn't just eat because they were here, even in heaven. Remember when Israel ate manna, they ate the bread of angels. Which means you have to believe me now when I tell you that there were beings down here. Yes. There were beings that were down here, able to eat and able to construct cities. Because this was the headquarters. You have to understand, because Lucifer didn't just fall with the 1/3 of the angels, though he was a cherub. But he had 1/3 of those angels to himself. They were also together with Lucifer down here. They would go up at a certain moment to heaven and they would minister and then come down here. Before they rebelled against God,